Hi everyone, Lazy Fire here, and welcome back to Arkham City. If you remember last time, Batman was incapacitated by a falling roof, more on that later, and because of that, we are taking on his Catwoman. This actually takes place a few hours before that. You'll hear mention of where the game progress is later on, explaining exactly where you are. But we haven't used Catwoman in a while, so it takes a couple minutes to get used to her. She does have a few quirks, we've mentioned them before, that makes her a little different from Batman. The more I play with her, the less I think it's worse, more that it's different. And here's where we have to go. That's where we've got our distraction from Poison Ivy. And let's talk about gadgets real quick. I've got a few for her. I bought the caltrops and the bolus. Now, the caltrops are interesting. They're basically a mine, if you want to use it that way, or you can quick fire them and knock people over. I use that in a fight later on. The bolus are kind of like the batarang. They're a distance weapon, and they can trip people or knock them out. And the whip is kind of your all-purpose thing. It takes weapons away, it trips people over, it pulls them towards you. It can do whatever you need it to do. So it's kind of it's a utility more than it's anything else. But it's also the way we get around the world. Now, Catwoman's methods of getting around the world are a little different than Batman's, as we've discussed. She doesn't have quite the reach Batman does with his bat claw. And watch this, I have to go into first person to be able to throw this because of the air conditioner. And because she doesn't really have the bat claw to get her around the world, she has to rely on the whip. Which means a lot of leaps of faith, which are pretty cool actually to watch. And sometimes some really annoying movement, because when you first throw the whip out, the game will just basically make you wait a couple seconds before you can hit A to jump up to the next level. Now, in the open world, that's not such a big deal because you can generally just run away from people or attack them. In closed spaces that Batman would normally do well in, it's kind of hard because she can't always reach the angles Batman can, and you might end up on the wall getting shot instead of getting up onto a gargoyle, let's say. That'll come in later in another video. Once again, I will be playing Catwoman a little bit more later on. But for now, we're just trying to get over to the goods vault. I was just taking a little bit of a detour to reacquaint myself with the controls. But I do a couple things that I thought were actually kind of interesting. The first is throwing this bolus out. Bolus? I don't know. And nailing the guy in the head from 100 miles away. I don't really want to go fight that guy, to be honest. He's got two friends with guns on that roof. I figured just tossing that at him would do something. I wanted to show tripping people up with it, but I hit him in the head instead. Oh well. And you can see in a moment that the symbol is still a Batman symbol. It doesn't change to a Catwoman symbol or anything like that when you switch over. And we're getting pretty close to the area. There's a lot of guys on a lot of roofs now, and that makes it a little dangerous to not pay attention to where you're going. These last few videos are going to be me in Detective Vision a lot, just because I need to make sure I'm not walking into an ambush full time. Pretty much every enemy from here on out is going to be specialized in some way, whether it's a shield, a stun stick, a gun, or something. And let's show off the drop attack. Catwoman, similar to Batman, can do the glide kick, but it's called Pounce, and she can do the drop attack, which is still the drop attack. You saw there, the whip has some pretty good range in a fight. I tripped a guy away from like a quarter mile, and I dropped caltrops there, so the guy on the left fell down because of those. And right now we're just beating the hell out of some people. You see, Catwoman has the red combo meter, similar to how Batman would have that. So that, a couple things carry over. Catwoman does not get the disarm move that Batman gets that I will be abusing in a video or two. So, you know, just be aware that that's going to be a thing. She also doesn't get the smoke bomb. She doesn't get the swarm of bats. She actually has a whip attack that is one of those things that the game will prompt you to use, but it doesn't outright tell you it's there. And I'm trying to get back up. This is what I was talking about. Sometimes Catwoman doesn't want to jump onto things. You have to be the right distance away from stuff. You can't be like Batman, like right underneath.
Call it in. Tiger Command, we're in Sector 2. We were attacked. The vault is compromised. We believe the attacker was Poison Ivy. Over.
Roger that, Tiger 87. Hold your position and await orders. Over.
Affirmative.
Set up a perimeter. Protect the entrance.
Okay, so this is the vault we want to get into. For some reason, I can't get the drop attack to trigger from this angle, so I have to swing over to the other side real quick. I'm just trying to get it to work from here, so I don't have to do this. Once again, the leap of faith stuff is really kind of interesting with Catwoman. But from over here, I'm able to target these guys. Now, one of the things to know about Catwoman and the Tiger Guards up ahead is that she can't really see if they have a gun. There's nothing like with Batman where they turn orange. They all look pretty much the same, so you have to pay close attention. That can be dangerous at times. But I decided I want to take the gun guy out. Now, here's where I make a mistake. Oh, and here's what happens when you run up a shield. I didn't realize why the guy in the beret was in a beret. I thought he was a normal guy. I did not realize, and I probably should have at the time, that's the armored version of the Tiger Guard. We haven't fought any Tiger Guards yet in this game, so this is, I guess, kind of understandable that I would forget that. Now, I'm going to try to take him out fast, but you can see these guys don't really care for me very much. And you'll see something up ahead that I found really annoying. I'm trying to attack this guy who's stunned. Instead, I fucking sweep the dude on the ground and lose my combo because of it. I mean, that's what happens in this game. But with all those guys out of the way, we can quickly assault these dudes, or this one guy, and get an environmental takedown. Not bad. Too bad I got beat the hell up. And real quick, just do an assessment of the area.
Good girl, Ivy. I can always count on you to make the Earth move. I guess you're tunneling into Strange's vault below ground.
That's right. Let's go down into the sewers. This is going to be a little bit more common now. We've seen it with Batman before, but now this is actually going to be a big thing, is getting through these sewer grates in 2 different videos. See, the area is a little overgrown now in the walls, but you can also see Catwoman's suit, which is what I'm trying to show off here, is getting some tears and rips in it. Not as
There
bad as
are
Batman.
Ivy's vines. And there's the storage facility. Nice work, Red. Time to get in there.
So here comes a section that's kind of interesting. And I try to show some stuff off in here. Varying degrees of success, let's say. But it all works out eventually.
Okay, there's the vault. Looks like a standard 3-card security protocol. Really? You'd think these people would have learned by now. Hopefully the keys are down there, deep in the pockets of those Tiger Guards. I'll need to be quick and stay out of sight. One wrong move and the fail-safes will trigger, and that vault will be locked down permanently.
So yes, we have to pickpocket these guys. Our normal silent attacks or silent takedowns have been replaced by pickpocketing. And just want to show this off, what happens if you fail. So I get right over this guard and I try to drop down on him. You don't have a drop attack anymore, a silent takedown or anything like that. And you can fight him, but
I will enjoy dissecting your brain, Miss Kyle.
yep. So that's what happens when you fuck up. Oh well. What you really need to do here is just be silent and take out the... Well, you don't take out anyone. You can't. You can punch them, I guess, but that won't help you any. So you need to simply just take the cards from these guys. So let's grab up on the wall in a moment here. This is actually the way I was using my pause screen to check where I needed to stop and start editing. But I decided against it this time just to show this off, because this can take a couple of attempts if you're not careful or you don't know what you're doing. So I thought this was going to take at least 3 or 4 tries to get perfectly, but I actually get it in one shot. So, not bad. There is a little bit of a lag time because I don't like getting caught in this section. As you can see, my armor is not what Batman's is. I've only got the combat armor. I do not have any ballistic armor with Catwoman at the moment. So getting shot is kind of bad for me. And because these guys all have guns, I try to avoid getting shot as much as possible. So I'm also going to spend a lot of time in thief vision, or detective vision if it were Batman, just so I can avoid getting seen. I would like to know where these guys are all the time. And let's grab this last card from this guy.
That's all the keys. Next stop, the security room.
Okay, so yes, the security room we came through, that might be a good spot to stop. But I want to show something off real quick. There's 2 exits to this room that'll come into play later on. But this one over here, if you try to go through it, and I will open up the map here and show this off, Yep, exit right there, and the exit we need to take on the other side. But if you try to go through this door when you have not gone through the vault, you get a little bit of special dialogue. Wait for it. Okay, here we go.
What's wrong with you, Selina? Trying to leave without retrieving your precious loot from Strange's vault.
Yep, so a little bit of specialty dialogue, nothing major. You can also come over to this vault over here, and if you drop down in front of it without activating the failsafe or deactivating the failsafe system, there's a little bit more flavor text. Doesn't really matter if you do this or not, but I just wanted to show this stuff off.
Key cards. Next stop, open the vault from the control room.
Right. So the game will actually remind you, hey, you have to go to the control room to do this. You can't just go into the vault, which is unfortunate. So the control room and the computer in the control room are the place that you were just a second ago when you took the look in here with the cameras. Which I didn't realize. I was like, the computer, okay, these are all computers. No, it's this very specific computer.
What's going on?
Someone's opening the vault.
Is this a drill?
If it is, no one told us. Listen up. The room is hot. Spread out and search for intruders. No prisoners. Move!
Alright.
I don't like this. You think it's Batman?
I hope not. We've got special orders for him. With any luck, it's just some Arkham scum trying to get rich. We can have a little fun with them.
Okay, so this is where you actually
your line of
can
sight.
take these guys
Stay
down.
on target, don't lose focus.
I wonder if that was technically a Star Wars reference there, the stay on target line. So let's talk about Selina's silent takedowns, shall we? They're not great. I also don't know the layout of this room half as well as I thought I did. But one of the major issues I have with her silent takedowns, it's not like Batman's inverted takedowns where he goes right back up to the gargoyle. She actually comes down here, knocks this person out, just like that, and then you have to grapple up again. I mean, it's a small inconvenience, but if you're not careful, that can be a big problem if you're in a hurry or something. Now, Strange here will actually call out when individuals get taken down. Similar to how people look for Batman in grates when there's a body nearby, they will look at the ceilings now, because they apparently knew that that was going on with the chain link there. So, with the one guy out of the way, you'd think that this is a little easier, but now they're all paranoid, so you have to
No
just
sign of target.
wait for them to spread out a little bit. They are going to move close together for a little while, and just let them move. They'll take patterns that are actually beneficial to you eventually. But this one guy over here has kind of separated himself out. Let's pop him. And there we go. So Strange will bring up a call in a moment to check their numbers. But what I'm going to do, there it is. Now this isn't a good spot to take this guy down. So let him go investigate that body real quick. And here's her entire repertoire of weapons, by the way. You can use the caltrops in here to get a guard stuck on them and take them down. Not really worth it. I've done it before. It's a risk-reward thing. So let's just take these guys down double. She's got an interesting animation for it. I thought that was cool anyways. Now we've got a single person to worry about, not those two guys or
We have
anything like that.
confirmation that target is in the steel mill. I repeat, Batman is in the steel mill.
Good. Make it our first target. Protocol 10 will wipe both the Batman and the Joker from this Earth.
Target is set.
Then let Protocol 10 commence.
Understood. Commencing in 3, 2, 1.
You may have heard it there, you may not have, but The sound of Protocol 10 commencing is an explosion in the distance. That's what took Batman out, was an explosion hitting the steel mill.
Looks like this kitten's got the cream.
Fuck you, Catwoman. So let's grab Ivy's plant.
Try and tie me up in your plants? Like hell. Oh, does that hurt much, Ivy?
Oh well, so much for that. And let's grab our loot. It's apparently the briefcase from Pulp Fiction.
It appears we have caught our intruder. Teach her a lesson.
Alright, a bit of a fight coming up here.
Tonight just keeps getting better. Batman will soon be dead, and now I have you too, Mrs. Giles.
Luckily, no one comes in with a knife, but sometimes directing the whip towards the shield guy is a bit difficult. So my big plan for this fight is to build up my combo just enough to get an arm breaker going. Then take out the one padded guy. And then make sure no one gets the shield. Unfortunately, my tactic isn't great. It works out for the armored guy, sure, but shield guy, not so much. It seems a little more difficult to interrupt Catwoman's attack on the shield people, so I don't mind that very much. I've got another arm breaker built up, but I don't use it. I just sweep these guys out, finish up the fight the old-fashioned way. Well, kinda. And we're more or less done with Catwoman.
We have visual confirmation. The steel mill is hit. Batman is down. I repeat, Batman is down.
So now we've caught back up to the main mode.
Wait until Protocol 10 has completed, then send out a squad to retrieve the Batman's body.
So we basically caught up with the story. Batman's now underneath that, Joker's gone, and we're left with a choice up ahead. Let's go see what that is.
You can do it. Just walk right out of here and leave him. It's easy. You'll never forgive yourself, Selina. Save Batman, then get out of here. It's not like he'll die. It's Batman, right?
So, yes, you can actually choose to walk away. I believe the canon thing is to go over here and actually help Batman, so that's what I do. I've never actually walked away from this one. So, drop the boxes.
Since when did you grow a conscience?
Perfect. And then we just...
Is a girl's work never done? Hold on, handsome. I'm coming to save you.
Jesus, I forgot how much she fucking talks to herself. So yes, we're basically done here. We're gonna go help Batman out. We don't have to go all the way to the steel mill. We'll just teleport there automatically once we get out of the sewers.
Right. See what I give up for you, Batman. You better not be dead already. Well, what do we have here? Figured you could use my help.
You're right. I think I chipped a nail back there.
You stick with the brooding. I'll handle the wisecracks. I guess we both know what Protocol 10 is now, right? If you're planning on stopping it, you need to hurry.
Alright, and thank you for watching, everyone. Next time we'll take on Batman and stop Protocol 10, or get on our way to doing that. So, see you next time. Bye.